You there. Are you seeking refuge from the affliction too? This is a safe haven for those of us with werewolf blood who haven't been infected. If you require sanctuary, this is the best chance you'll get. You don't know? Some kind of disease has spread throughout Blackreach. It's turning werewolves mad. Feral, almost. And our only hope to find a cure vanished without a trace. Alchemist Razir said he was close to developing one, and then disappeared. Tranya can tell you more. She's down below in the caverns with the others, putting together an effort to search for him. Please, if you can spare any help, we'd be grateful. The affliction comes suddenly, with no apparent cause. I think this cursed place is driving us mad. If it weren't for the other refugees still coming to Dark Moon Grotto for aid, I would head for the surface and not look back. My pack was forced into servitude by an alliance of vampires and werewolves. Enslaved in a black castle, we toiled alongside others and endured horrible experiments. If it wasn't for Tranya and Score, I would still be there. They got a bunch of us out. With their strength and experience, we were able to break away from our captors and escape. They've created a safe haven for us here in the aftermath. When we escaped Greymoor Keep, Tranya and Score set up a sanctuary in the grotto. It was a safe place for those of us who had been freed to rest and regroup. Since the disease, however, we're not welcome in the grotto. We've made do in these caves.
Please, stay calm, everyone. We will find Alchemist Razir.
What if he's already dead?
The affliction will catch us too. It's only a matter of time.
Are you fleeing from the affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that you are safe here with us. Yes, it's horrible. The afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Razir, went missing. I fear something terrible may have happened. I'm not sure, but it's not like Alchemist Razir not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone. I need an ally. Our non-werewolf allies barricaded themselves within the grotto. I need to speak with them and see if anyone might have seen where Razira was last headed. I don't think they'll be eager to speak to me, but perhaps you can get them to talk. Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid. We know very little about the disease. Our allies are afraid that we could turn on them at any moment. It's a valid concern. We left the grotto to ease their concerns and keep them safe. Not as much as I'd like. It strikes quickly and indiscriminately. Those who fall ill are consumed by an unnatural, violent rage. Nothing seems to get through to them. Their minds completely deteriorate. It varies. A friend of mine started showing symptoms a week before she was lost entirely. Others succumb over a night. I couldn't save them, but I will do what I can for those who remain. Alchemist Razir was close to a cure. I must find him. Soon after our escape from our captors, my pack was enslaved and experimented upon by a sinister alliance of vampires and werewolves that inhabit Blackreach. They held us in a place called Greymoor Keep and conducted horrible tests on our kind. Skjor convinced me to fight back. He and I eventually overpowered our captors and got our people out. We hid out here and formed a community with others that had been subjected to the torture. We thought our troubles were over. How foolish we were.
You're not sick, are you? Be careful. If you hang around Tranya and her kind long enough, that might change. I'm truly sorry, but we can't risk letting anyone in. It's too dangerous. We can't have more people getting sick. He's still missing? Gods, Razir believes the violent werewolves was the result of an infection, one that he could cure. He went out in search of one final ingredient to test for his latest recipe, and never returned. No, but I know he took his notes with him when he left. Perhaps if you looked for clues, there might be a trail to lead you to him. We want the cure found just as much as the others. Please, find Razir. He can fix all of this. Good. I hope he's all right. He's a brave man. Almost as soon as we heard Razir was missing, Skjor was asking after him. I told him the same thing I told you. We haven't seen him since then. He must still be out searching. I don't know how he's still standing, much less trying to find Razir. He looked exhausted. His worry for Razir seemed to take precedence, however. It's not unlike him. He's always protecting everyone else. He sometimes forgets to protect himself.
Those must be Razir's things. Let's keep looking up the ridge. There is a fire up by those ruins. Maybe Razir set up camp there. More journal pages. Quickly, let's see if we can find another. No sign of Razir himself. But his journal should at least give us a clue as to where he went. What does it say? That's comforting. He must have been fairly confident to attempt the test. Impossible to say, but I hope with all my heart that he was. The cavern he writes about is nearby. We have a lead. Let's investigate. We need to get to the cavern quickly and see if Razir is there. It's funny. He's always been the strong one. They did awful things to him at Greymoor Keep, but he never broke. He inspired me when I felt like giving up. I'm not totally sure. He doesn't talk about it much. I knew they experimented on him more than the rest of us, because he was the strongest. He said they altered his body, made him take on strange mutations. It makes me sick to think of it. Brigvar!
The rage. It's gone. I have control of my senses once more. Please, you must save Razir. He's our only hope. When I fell ill, I felt this all-consuming fury. I had no control over myself. My body was not my own. I've never felt so helpless. But Razir cured me. My head feels clear again. I don't remember much. Just the rage. When I woke from it, Razir stood over me. He was ecstatic, babbling about his cure being a success. Before I could ask him anything, we were attacked by Skjor. It all happened so fast. He ran. Skjor chased after him. Looked to me like they went east. I wanted to help, but I'm too weak. I could barely stand. I lost track of him after that. I don't know if he survived, but please, you have to look for him. His cure works. Be careful. Skewer's changed. He is no longer the man he once was. The disease has completely destroyed his mind. He won't hesitate to kill you.
Razir, you're alive! Thank the gods! You found Razir. Thank you, friend. I'm glad to see he still breathes. What did he tell you? Good. Once we have the cure, we can stop the affliction from spreading. While you collect it, I'll get Razir safely back to the grotto. Meet us there when you obtain the cure. Over here! Skjor found us. I did my best to fight them off, but he was too strong. The affliction transformed him. It took everything in me to just stall him. I told Razir to run, but Skjor went after him. Please, you have to save Rasir. He must survive. They must have gone through the grotto. Take the path to the right. You'll have to swim. There is an entrance tucked back behind the cavern. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I just need to stop the bleeding. Go on without me, please! Hurry!
Score ran through here, chasing after Rasir. Some of us tried to fight him off, but he's too powerful. We couldn't help Rasir. And now I fear we are all infected. Cure! Thank you, stranger. Give it to me, and I'll make sure the others get it. You need to go after Rasir. He's injured, and he can't hope to survive against Score.
Our true power is limitless. You cannot stop destiny. Why do you resist? I will power. You will not defeat me.
Score, my friend. There was no way of saving him. He made sure of that. But I can't help but grieve for the man he was. Damn all of Greymoor Keep for what they did to us. I'll survive. Now that I'm sure the cure works, I need not worry about the affliction. Thank you for your help. I owe my life to you and Tranya. Please, check on her and the others. I'll join you once I can catch my breath.
Any who oppose me will die.
Look! They're both alive! I'm glad to see you in one piece, friend. And thank you for saving Razir. The affliction will subside as we spread the cure to those still affected. And what of Skjor? I thought as much, but thanks to you, my people are safe. I would not let your help go to waste, nor will I let this tragedy sour the dreams Skjor and I created here. Take this. We don't have much to offer, but we will never forget what you did for us. I will mourn Skjor. He was all I had in Greymoor Keep. I would never have escaped without him. But I know he would want us to continue on. Dark Moon Grotto must remain a beacon of hope for all those who seek refuge in this darkness. The cure will take time to spread, but once it starts, the effect will quicken. Hopefully a few more of our fallen friends will return to us. It won't be easy by any means, but now that we can cure the infection, we have a way to move forward. My people need me. There are still those who endure countless horrors at Greymoor Keep. I want to be there for them when they escape. And I vow to better understand this werewolf-vampire alliance so I can help put an end to all this suffering. The flow of escapees to our grotto is small but steady. Word of our community spread quickly. That is why I stay here instead of returning to my home. I can't bear the thought of anyone facing this darkness alone.
Those tremors and shakes, I heard it was a vampire ritual of some sort in the northern caverns.
You again? What, you fancy me or something? Realize dead? Ismir's gods, he was a good worker, even if he was a lizard. I thought he'd catch a break prospecting, pay off some bad debts of his. Poor luck for him. I'll take the lizard samples and pay you for your trouble. Good enough. You can figure the lizard... I mean, Rila didn't die for nothing. This batch of samples looks promising. Here's your money. Hopefully you don't find any more of my miners. Walk off, pal. No time for useless chatter. Oh, boo-hoo! Mining is expensive and hard. It's even harder down here. Miners only survive when they're tough. How about you take your friendly and move along?
Lord, Mother, and Wizard! What is wrong with this place? Well, well, well! Look what the Quad dragged in! What are you even doing down here? Actually, scratch that. We'll catch up later. Raynor's insisted on getting into another mess, and we could use your help. Raynor and I got hired by the local mining consortium to investigate this dwarven vault, Karst. Raynor jumped on it. Said something about this place unlocking secrets about dwarven tonal architecture. But it's more trouble than it's worth. Everything here is off. Tremors, strange creatures, crazed people, and things that shouldn't even be down here. I told Raynor we needed to turn back, but he ran inside while I was fighting off the worst of them. Think you could go and check on him? Thanks. There's no telling what's in there, and knowing Raynor, he'll wander into the wrong end of a blade while he's busy taking notes. I'll meet you inside as soon as I make sure nothing else out here is going to sneak up on us. Karst. It's a mouthful, right? I sometimes wonder if the real reason the dwarves are all gone is because they choked and swallowed their tongues trying to say their own names. Oh, you know, the usual. Delving dungeons, defying death, and staving off the ravages of boredom by risking our lives over and over. You show up at the damnedest times. I heard a few rumors about dragon sightings, but I wasn't sure how true they were. That sounds terrifying, honestly. Did you get any souvenirs, at least? I've never been to Elsewhere. No Dwemer ruins, you know, not much academic opportunity. Karst. It's a mouthful, right? I sometimes wonder if the real reason the dwarves are all gone is because they choked and swallowed their tongues trying to say their own names. Evidence of our problem. There's a group of looters trying to lay claim to this place. Probably from that mining town nearby. They were easy enough to get rid of. It's the other things giving me trouble. Strange creatures that don't belong. They jumped us at the door, but it was odd. It was almost like they just winked into existence. There were bright flashes of light, and then they appeared out of thin air and started to attack.
Oh, it's you. Good to see you, my friend. You have quite the knack for showing up at the most convenient times. Did you know that? She worries this vault is too big a risk, but I simply cannot ignore the possibilities of discovery here. Besides, we can handle looters. I will admit, there are some additional oddities at play, but what Dwemer Ruin doesn't have its challenges. Besides the looters, there are a number of strange adversaries up ahead. Most of them seem rather lost and confused, but nonetheless confrontational. If you could clear a safe path for us, Kirith will stop fretting, and I can do what I do best.
There you are. The coast is clear outside.
What was that? Another earthquake?
Name is happening here.
Don't trust your eyes.
Raynor, stay close.
Oh my, what is that incredible machine?
Wait, do you hear that? Someone's up there.
Oh, you! Of course it's you. Well, it simply couldn't have been anyone else, could it? That depends. What year is it? No, wait, don't say it. There's already enough temporal instability going on in this place. My name is Thaddeus Cosma, and I am a member of... You know what? That's not important right now. This device, however, is... too complicated to explain. See that scroll on the ledge there? It's a list of components I need you and your friends to track down. Unless I fix this device, the temporal and spatial distortions will tear this place apart, along with all of us.
explain these tremors.
Raynor? Something's happening.
Kirith, what's wrong? Kirith? Kirith!
Well, that's unfortunate. If you want to save your companions, find those components I listed. But be careful. The distortions are bringing all kinds of strange creatures from across Tamriel and beyond to this very spot. Be prepared for anything, and I mean anything. Well, where indeed? I suppose they could really be anywhere. The Merethic era, the distant future, the very start of creation. Don't get hung up on it. Rather, we should concentrate on how to bring them back, providing they haven't already perished. Fixing this Dwemer device should realign time and return everything and everyone to its proper place. In theory. Which is why I need those components. In light of unfortunate circumstances, the responsibility to retrieve them now falls to you. Oh, more questions. I almost forgot what a curious creature you are. All I can say for sure is you will know them when you see them. Now, hurry along. I'll stay here and keep the device stable for as long as I can.